Riffe Spearguns are expensive, but I think that the price is totally justified. They are beautiful guns, effective, powerful, and efficient. Everything you need from a speargun. They are probably the best off-the-shelf option you can buy. I would 100% recommend them if you got the coin. Every inch of the speargun just oozes class, elegance, and simplicity. This gun tracks brilliantly in the water. It is only just slightly negatively buoyant, which is perfect. A lot of guns you'll get, Rob Allen specifically, feel like stone as soon as you get them into the water. Alright, so this next clip made me feel like John Wick. I took a stone shot on a butterfish that I couldn't actually see through the kelp, so yeah, the gun's pretty bloody accurate. One of the most important things in a speargun is you gotta be able to trust it to do its job. You gotta know if you pull the trigger, it's gonna end up where you want it. So having faith in the gun is super important. This gun earned my trust very quickly. Nowadays, I pretty much exclusively use roller guns, so shooting with this as a conventional double-banded gun was a very different experience. It was definitely a lot more recoil than I'm used to handling. However, for the power, it really wasn't a lot. Having a wooden stock with so much mass really does compensate a lot on the shot, as opposed to if you're using some crappy little Bochet gun with no weight to it. This next shot was a bit weird. I lined up on a kahawai, took a shot, and my shooting line actually ended up getting wrapped around the rubbers, causing me to miss the fish. At least that's a bit easier to accept than my own error, which it very well could have been. How does the seat of a toilet end up in the ocean? I don't have a fucking idea, but I'm going to get rid of it, get out of the ocean, and do my part to give back to the Moana. Admittedly, a frisbee makes a little bit more sense. However, it shouldn't be in the ocean regardless. Same as this catchback. If you lose something, you should take it upon yourself to make sure you get it out of the ocean. Don't litter. Even if it's not intentional, you're still littering. So get rid of it. It's just not good. So I spent a fair amount of time just looking at the gun. Beautiful gun. The kind of one you can get home and put it straight on the wall. Just beautiful. Even managed to bump some crayfish. What a day, man. Had this nice sized one here. Went for a grab, tried to get a quick grab, but he was too quick for me. Managed to escape, get back in his hole, get away from me. Good on him. Anyway, I found some more crayfish, so it's no worries. Even found a bigger one, sitting right there in the middle. So initially, I went to go have a grab from the top, and as expected, he retreated. However, only to the back of this cave. So I was able to get a nice quick grab, probably like the easiest crayfish I've got in terms of size. Like usually with the larger crayfish, you can expect an underwater MMA match, which will leave you with torn gloves and holes in your hands. So I was pretty happy to get this one secured relatively easily. So this wasn't the only crayfish around, however, it was the only crayfish I needed. It's probably the largest one I've got in months, and it fed me. It fed me real well. I even worked out a technique to get like all the meat out of the legs by cracking the joints and stuff like that. Got like full utilization, which was awesome. I'm playing with a stingray here. This isn't something I recommend. I'm a trained professional, so don't go about doing this if you've like never interacted with these creatures before. They are relatively easy to read, but just be careful. Do as I say, not as I do. Eagle rays are just awesome creatures. They're super common. I see them basically every dive, but I don't think I'll ever get tired of them. They're just like so nice to see, so smooth, so sleek. Sea cucumbers are pretty weird creatures. Not very tasty either. I know some people like eating it. Well, I tried one recently. I like most things in the ocean. I find them pretty tasty, but it was disgusting. Schools of jack mackerels in the shallows are one of the key indicators for summer being on the way. This got me very excited. It's only a matter of time now, boys. Check out the absolute Chad level of confidence that this Red Monkey has. What a fucking guy. I would wholeheartedly recommend Riffe Spearguns for someone serious on spearfishing, but doesn't like pissing about with all the gear. I have a roller gun. It's a lot of maintenance, but I love it. I love nerding out about gun modifications, but for someone not interested in that stuff, the Riffe is a great option. Everything you need and more. Beautiful gun. Thanks for your time. This episode's sustainability message is buy right the first time and you won't have to buy again. It will lead to less waste.